What's up, guys? The Blunt Atheist here. Sorry I kinda dipped away for so long, kinda to say. It's been a bit since I made a video. I'm gonna be honest, I just haven't felt the creativity and whatnot, to be making, videos for this channel. I have another channel where I feel like my creativity has been through the roof, and my results for that creativity have been 100 plus. But I want to try to get back into making stuff for this channel, just for the people that might have followed me and liked what I was creating. So to those that did or do like what I'm making, sorry. But yeah, I'm gonna try to release a video at least every other day. This one, I guess I'm gonna address the whole Trump's State of the Union, kind of what I thought was good about it, and then I didn't think was so great about it. I guess on the good end, because this will kind of be a short list, he played it safe, which I guess was smart in a sense, because, he's already been putting his foot in his mouth as much as it almost seems like he could, the whole, time he's been president. So I guess safe was good, some good points that I did think he brought up. I do like the fact that he addressed the terrorist stuff. I like the fact that he addressed the economy, and I like the fact that he addressed, jobs being built. And then the whole African American and Mexican American, unemployment levels are at the lowest they've ever been. So I guess, congrats to him on that. Good for him. I think that's amazing if those are true. I mean, I can't prove those, but if they're true, awesome. Now on to the things I think he screwed up on. He said coal was clean. No, coal's not clean, and neither is nuclear energy. That's why people are trying to come up with other energy sources like windmills and solar power stuff that's not putting stuff back into the air or into the earth that's going to affect the earth. But of course, when you have somebody like him that works for these big conglomerate companies, they don't want to talk about alternative energy. They want to stick to their guns because they're in bed with companies that are against that type of thing. And I think that's bullshit, but that's just the way it goes. I mean, key and point, he's a climate change denier. Why? Because he's in bed with the coal and the same companies that make the gas. Well, if you're gonna want to make a different kind of car, you're gonna have to go away from gas. But that's not good for his and those companies' pocketbook to go green, as they say. And then another big screw up was the whole when he was talking about the whole opioid epidemic. He blames it on the dealers. Yes, while I think heroin is a problem, fentanyl and morphine and Oxycontin that people can get their hands on through doctors and other physical physicians and stuff like that, is even worse. Yes, I'm not gonna belittle that, heroin dealers are a problem in it. I'm not gonna say that's not a core example of the problem, but even more of a problem is those three that I named, especially the fentanyl, because the fentanyl is what these people, these drug dealers, are lacing heroin with. That's killing people so rapidly to begin in the first place. Not to mention the whole reason people jump from the pills to the heroin is because the pills are even out there. You know, if the pills weren't out there, I'm not saying there wouldn't be people out doing heroin. I mean, heroin's been around for a long time. But if they didn't, you know, get to go from these pills to these heroin, I mean, I've made a video about this. If you want, you can go check it out. But yeah, I've addressed this situation myself. Yeah, the pills lead to the heroin. You take the pills out of the situation. I'm not saying people stop doing heroin, but there's a lot of people that then they don't feel the need to go from, oh, well, I'm doing, you know, Percocet or Valium or something lower than, like, you know, morphine or Oxycontin or fentanyl, like that, and then building their way up to that, and then that's not enough, and then they feel they need to go to heroin. Well, that's why. So yeah, I think that was his biggest blunder, was to sit and just focus on the dealers. You know, the biggest problems are the hospitals and the doctors that want to hand out these, you know, major prescription pills that fall under the opioid category, and, you know, and they were giving it out so freely, and for, you know, just the simplest reason almost at times. I know they've started to crack down, but that is just as big of a reason, if not much bigger reason, why there's an opioid epidemic than heroin. So yeah, and then I guess last to address is, he mentioned, like, we need more money for the military to defeat ISIS. No, we don't. The military is quite big. If anything, I could think the military could take a cut, because if people sit and do the research on what it costs to run our military each year, it's an unfathomable number. I mean, the money, you could take the money in itself, like if you were just to cut that just all together, I've done the research, you could wipe away the need for food stamps and welfare altogether if you just, you know, supplied that money to the people instead. So yeah, I think he played it safe, but I think that was good for him. It was kind of like, you know, dry and insipid of a speech. But I think he was going for the fact that he didn't want to stick his foot in his mouth, like he has been doing. So I guess for playing it safe, that was the good move for him. But yeah, I'd say it's worth watching, but just be prepared to be bored. If you guys like what I'm doing here, give me a like, a share, a comment, and a subscribe. And as always, it's been the Blunt Atheist. Peace.